is the master teacher the author of these new books? Absolutely. That's another question that, yeah, I want to answer properly, because people say, because of his incarceration, some people claim it's not him. But the thing is, when he was here, actually physically in the flesh amongst us, the question you should ask is, how you, the reader, how did you know that those books that were out during that time were from him? Because you were not there to physically see him actually write or put it together. And so you have to ask yourself, how do you know they were by him, right? And that's actually a simple answer, because you connected with it. You understood by reading the books, his tone, right? The vibration that resonated with your soul, and the information that was being put out, which no one else was able to put out. And so when I say tone, I'm dealing with a vibration. So if I was on the other side of the planet and you called me on my phone, on my mobile phone, that's a connection between me and you by way of tones, because you will be able to recognize my voice, because everyone is unique, because everyone has fingerprints that are unique, everyone has a unique tone. So if you can recognize my voice and can feel my tone, and you could do that with the scrolls that he wrote, when you read these new scrolls, which are even more powerful, excuse me, you can feel the vibration and the tone and the energy in the scrolls. You will know for yourself how you knew when you first read your first scroll, or how you felt, how you had DNA explosions when you read that scroll. But there's even more information to that, because he actually has recordings when he was asked, when he was in the Isle of Patmos, and certain other, information that he has written whilst he's been, incarcerated, where he has answered the question himself. Because the likes of the books like Genetic Kiss and the Akasha Records and many scrolls that he's put out with information that no one else has put out can only come from him. Yeah, so yes, the answer to that is, yeah, Noble Evans, Bun was one of his student teachers. And yes, the master teacher is the author of these books. And another thing, just as when artists, you notice when artists are no longer with us and yet they release an album and it's new material that you've never heard before. And you're like, well, how is he releasing new music if he's no longer here or she's no longer here? And the fact is, they've written so many songs, albums that have not ever been released. And they're now released once they're gone. So there are books and things that the master teacher wrote that were never released, and they came out during the time he was incarcerated. Some books may have what we call typographical errors, grammatical errors, where, books have to be compiled and put together in terms of, he writes some things handwritten and they have to be typed. Images have to be put together. The office does a lot of work to then compile what he has written, but he always gets to see the final product to approve it, you see. So I hope that's answered that question thoroughly for anyone who says he's not writing the books. Follow what I just said and you will find out for yourself that he does.